Oh, hey. How are you? Hey, my name is Shayne Stacy, and this is the Sacramento Music Archive. I figured I would give you a quick tour of the physical and virtual locations to kind of give you an idea of what I've been up to for the last 10 plus years. All right. So I get a lot of questions from people that I know pretty well about what the Sacramento Music Archive is. Um, the archive is the physical location here that you see, but also it's the website that I'm going to go through here in a moment. But let's talk about the physical stuff first. So we've got my collection. That's the 4,000 cassettes that are behind me here, the 1,000-ish VHS tapes here, 2,000 digital audio tapes behind you, and then all of these discs that you see on the left. There's also some more stuff in my safe here, like Cattle Club master tapes and things like that. So that is my piece of the physical aspect of the archive. Once I built this digitizing capability, other folks, a lot of my friends came to me and said, hey, can you do my stuff too? Well, that snowballed into 21 people's different collections that are around me here. I'm going to go through all of these collections in future videos, but you'll see more about everyone's 21 collections here, plus mine. I'll do next week on mine alone, and then we'll start with the others. So this hallway is just a lot of the, I'd say the majority of the physical stuff. There's more over there. But let's go now over to the digital part of the archive to kind of give you an idea of what this whole thing can do. This is the digital side of the archive. I spent a lot of my time here working on different things to post. But what I'm going to show you right now is the Sacramento Music Archive is a website that is attached to multiple multiple people's YouTube pages, and also there's photos uploaded and flyers and a whole bunch of different other pieces of media. There are right now over 5,000, I think we're getting close to 6,000 items up on the Sacramento Music Archive. What I actually use this as my brain all the time to try to figure out, have I posted this? Is this out there anywhere? What happened on this day? It's always on, I always refer to this site to do that type of thing. So let's hop in. So when you get to the site, it gives you a quick welcome, and then there's a search box. I use the search box about 10 times a day, looking for bands, looking for venues, looking for even my equipment, so I can just copy and paste it, right, to save some time. Below that is the word cloud. It's actually much more than a word cloud because there's a ton of stuff in here. It's got it's sized by the different frequency, by the frequency in which something appears. So you'll see that, you know, down here under C, you see COC in tiny letters because there's probably like 5 or less posts there. But the Cafe Colonial, which is one of the main places to go in Sacramento, is huge because there's a lot. Or let's say that you wanted to see everything from the legendary Cattle Club, which I filmed at from day one up until late 1992 when I moved to LA. And you'll see here that you've got a ton of, well, this is all the Cattle Club reunion stuff, but if you continue down, you can just go back in time and see every single thing that's happened at the Cattle Club over the years, all the way back to the very first video that I shot there, which was in June of 1989, which is the very first out-of-town band that Brian McKenna brought. And there were shows before that because Jerry Perry did bring some locals that I didn't make it to, but there's a lot of stuff on here that you'll see. There's hundreds. There's, just as an example for Cattle Club, there's over 100 different Cattle Club videos and other items on the website. Okay, going back over to the website here, you'll see this word cloud is kind of endless. But this is really fun. So, you know, you can't build a time machine, but I came as close as I could by building this thing, because you can browse by month from this month all the way back in time to the 1960s. Okay, things really kind of catch on in the early 80s when we started, those small cassette recorders started to become kind of more prevalent and more people started recording concerts. And I'd say videos become more prevalent in the late 80s when camcorders became more affordable. You can also browse by category. Actually, I'm going to go back and let's just take a look at something here. Let's do the first month that Cattle Club was open, May 1989. Let's see what happened there. So we had Death Angel playing at the Cattle. They didn't let me videotape, so there's only an audio tape there. Funny story behind that is that I actually kept my video camera in the bag and then took my microphone out of the bag, placed it on top of the bag, and hit record on my camcorder to make that one happen. Operation Ivy. So this isn't only Sacramento stuff. There's also things that people like me from Sacramento also contributed to, like this Operation Ivy. I videotaped Operation Ivy's last show. It's here. A few different versions. 7 Seconds also played Gilman 2 nights before Op Ivy's last show. This is there. And you'll see, just on and on, right? There's Kotati, there's Fugazi's second show of Gilman. I did the first and second shows there. But the cool thing is, this isn't all about me. The reason I built this website was that there are a couple reasons for it. The first reason was that there are so many amazing people in Sacramento that were creating things that apply to this archive themselves. People like Jim McLean, videotaping so many of our local bands, our talented locals. Danny Ansell, who took a lot of punk, emo, and hardcore photos in the early 2000s. Ken Dose, the flyer master. There are hundreds of Ken's flyers on here. Craig, also known as Lee Osh from Sacramento Punk shows, a lot of his demos are on here. And I know I'm forgetting people, so if I leave you out, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. So this was a way to bring everybody from Sacramento together on one website and actually let this website drive traffic, drive clicks to their YouTube channels, right? So it was kind of a one-stop shop for all things Sacramento. Also, down at the very bottom, you can browse by category. So if you want to just look at audio tapes, right, and listen to audio, it's here. You want to look at videos only, it's here. You want to look at flyers, it's also here, right? So you can filter by that. So this really, I use this probably more than anybody just to keep my own sanity, my own self organized. As you can see, it's not very organized around here, but keep it as organized as possible here. And so this is the main reason why, that's reason number one as to why I started the archive, is to kind of champion everyone's work here. The second one is kind of a more detailed and long explanation. And it's because you'll see, like, I'm going to flip over to YouTube here. And you'll see here, I've already been searching to see if anything's up for this day in history post. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to look up one of the shows that I am pretty well known for videotaping. But you'll see here that here's mine for 4,400 views, right? And you'll see that if you look further down, here's this one. It's 238,000 views. And the reason for that, the reason that this has got 238,000 views on my video and the other one only has 4, is that in the mid to late 90s, I was getting bootlegged. My recordings were getting bootlegged by others so bad and being sold for money when they're intended to be free that I quit. I quit doing this. It was no fun for me anymore. And so I went off and, had kids, raised kids, and did other things, right? And so there's a lot of stuff that I did, especially big bands like Nirvana, Uncle Tupelo, Primus, all those that are scattered all over the internet. And so it really made sense for us to use the Sacramento Music Archive website to bring my stuff together, and also all of these other creator stuff together. So it's the one place to so you can see everything that happens in Sacramento, filmed or recorded by Sacramentans, or worked by Sacramentans. It's the one site, so you can see basically everything. And also, I think it's a better way to keep yourself organized it's a better way to keep yourself organized versus YouTube. YouTube's a jungle. You can't find things. Over here on the website, you can sort, search, filter, click anywhere you want and see what's up, which is really nice. I just clicked on Cafe Colonial and you'll see all the things there. So I hope that helps you understand what the Sacramento Music Archive is. My own YouTube channel is called 3 Cameras and a Microphone, which was a little short-sighted because I have more than 3 cameras and more than a microphone now. But this is, I think, the best way to look at all these things. Okay? Thanks for your time. Next week we're going through my collection. Feel free to hit me with any questions you've got about things, and I will try to figure out a way to answer all of them. Thanks.